Okay.
Hey, thanks, Corinne. I wonder if you could give more detail about the Wednesday event about the rise of anti-Semitism that's hosted by the second gentleman. Messed that
Are
up?
you going to call him the first gentleman?
Slipped up. How long has it been in the works, and what do you hope, what does the White House hope Mr. Imhoff adds to the debate?
So a couple of things just to give you some insight of what's going to be happening with the roundtable talks, the anti-Semitism roundtable talks that the second gentleman will be hosting. So first and foremost, President Biden has consistently spoken out. I just want to make sure that's clear against anti-Semitism, its rhetoric, its hate, and all of the vile language that we have been hearing, which is incredibly dangerous this past couple of weeks. And so we're going to continue condemning anti-Semitism and hate wherever it exists. It should not have a place in our society. And so you'll continue to hear that. The president says silence is complicity. And so, that is something that we will make sure that we continue to condemn. Now, as it relates to Wednesday, the second gentleman, Douglas Emhoff, will convene a roundtable with Jewish leaders from across the country. The roundtable will include leaders of Jewish organizations fighting anti-Semitism that represents the wide range of Jewish community, from students to seniors, and including Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox denominations. And the second gentleman will be joined by Ambassador Susan Rice, White House Domestic Policy Advisor, Ambassador Deborah Lipstadt, Special Envoy to Monitor and Combat Anti-Semitism, and Keisha Lance Bottoms, Senior Advisor to the President for Public Engagement. He felt it was important to host the roundtable, given the rise, as I just was mentioning, of anti-Semitism that we have seen over the past several months, and even longer. This is something the second gentleman takes very personally. He is the first Jewish person in this role, the first Jewish individual married to a president or a vice president. He has said himself that he is in pain. And that this is something we cannot normalize, and that's one of the reasons, as I just laid out, that he wanted to do this personally.
Just a follow-up. Is it something that he asked for, or something that the president directed him to do?
Well, I just laid out, the president has been very clear in condemning anti-Semitism, the hate that we have been seeing, racism, the increase of hatred that we've been seeing just the past several months. So this is something that his administration more broadly is going to continue to do when we talk about condemning that type of speech. But look, I just laid out, this is something, when it comes to this roundtable that the second gentleman is holding, it's something that is very personal to him and important for him, that he believed that he needed to do. And clearly, it's part of our administration's response, and certainly we'll welcome it.
And can we expect him to drop by that anti-Semitism roundtable on Wednesday?
It's a good question. I don't have anything to preview at this time on if he will be able to stop by. Clearly, we're always working through the president's schedule, as you know.